At the outset, I would like to thank organizers for giving me opportunity, and I'm going to share my study retrospective analysis of YAG laser capsulotomy after phacoemulsification. There is no financial interest in this study. We all know that posterior capsular opacification is a common cause of diminution of vision following uneventful cataract surgery, and the incidence is about 2 to 5% in first 3 years post-operatively and 8 to 10% after 5 years. PCO rate varies depending on the type of the lens, design of the lens, and the lens material. We all know that. On review of literature, I have not yet found that whether there is any higher incidence in a particular eye, whether there is a high incidence in right eye or left eye. No such study or no such analysis was found on review of literature. We all know that the lens capsule is a basement membrane composed of type 4 collagen fibrils and sulfonated glycosaminoglycans. And anterior capsule is produced by lens epithelium, and posterior capsule is produced by elongation of lens fiber cells, which is highly elastic, thickest at equator and thin at posterior pole. And development of PCO is a dynamic process. It involves three phenomena: proliferation, migration, and differentiation of lens epithelial cells. Clinically, there are two different components of posterior capsular opacification: regenerative and fibrotic. Residual lens epithelial cells secrete various types of cytokines that control PCO development. So there are two types, regenerative and fibrotic. Regenerative PCO is commonest form of PCO caused by posterior migration of lens epithelial cells. They form a large balloon-like bladder cells, also known as Weddell cells, or also called as Elschnig pearls. And these Elschnig pearls represent failed attempt of an epithelial cell to differentiate into the lens fibers. Here we can see all the Elschnig pearls in the photograph. Fibrotic PCO is a differentiation of a cell into a myofibroblast-like cell, which is highly contractile. It forms a layer extracellular ground substance basement membrane-like material, causing whitening and wrinkling of the capsule. In my study, over the last 17 years, there were about 1,752 YAG laser capsulotomies performed by a solo practitioner. Of these, 1,368 cases were operated by a single surgeon, that is myself had done all the cases. All cases were done by using Alcon phacoemulsification machine, no financial interest, and coaxial irrigation aspiration was used in all the cases because I am used to using coaxial irrigation aspiration and I find it very convenient. All cases were performed by surgeons sitting superiorly, and incision site was at 11 o'clock position, that is superotemporally in right eye and superonasally in left eye. Of the 1,368 patients, 1,259 patients had undergone bilateral cataract surgeries. 52% were male, 48% were female, so there was no statistical significance. In bilateral surgeries, lenses were same, all the material was same, technology was same, irrigating fluid was same, viscoelastic was same, so there was no other bias. And of these 1,259 cases, 782 cases were in the left eye as opposed to others were in the right eye. So my findings were PCO development is more in the left eye compared to the right eye. Average period of PCO development in left eye was shorter, that is 2.5 years compared to 5 years in right eye, which is also statistically significant. And other findings were same, like hypophilic acrylic has more than the other and comorbid eyes have more. So what may be the cause for left eye more? We will have to study. Hypothesis is maybe there are pluripotent lens epithelial cells more inferonasally, which are not removed in the left eye. Because of coaxial irrigation and aspiration, I may not be able to reach there. And there are more viable cells in the inferonasal quadrant. I request everybody to analyze their cases, and whether there is a real left eye preponderance, we'll have to just find out. Thanks again for the opportunity, and thank you, Maurya sir, for giving me opportunity ahead because I have to move to the other hall also. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Because you are not here.
Pardon me, sir.
Thank you very much for an excellent presentation.
Age group, any age group was more susceptible to PCO?
No, sir. Age group was slightly more in the younger patients as compared to others. Slightly more when it was an immature cataract rather than a hypermature cataract. In fact, I have found that if you do phaco or any surgery in hypermature, you get less incidence of PCO. So, in fact, another finding is that about 20 years or maybe more, when we used to use PMMA lenses, patients used to get PCO, but that was not that visually disturbing in those patients. Somehow they never complained, and we never had to do YAG laser, or we never had to really do. But when we are doing a high end hydrophobic acrylic lenses, they are more, patients are more demanding of what, I don't know. They feel
Yeah,
that
totally agree with you.
some study has to be done. Maybe we are lacking somewhere.
100%. Absolutely.
More study at more centers with high volume numbers should be done, and I don't know. In fact, I had discussed with many of the colleagues from abroad also, and they just laughed at me. They said, "Is it a real finding?" Because maybe probably they are also finding the same thing, but I don't know. Maybe because I'm doing from superior end for the left eye to reach inferonasal part, maybe it is difficult. Or
Yeah,
maybe
slightly
more cells are because of the development part, it closes inferiorly, so maybe there are more pluripotent cells internasally in both the eyes. I
Okay,
don't
Dr.
know.
Santosh, excellent presentation. Okay.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks for the opportunity.